Whether you own a small business or manage one, you know that the customer experience isn't just another thing. It's the only thing. Angel Tuccy and Eric Reamer know it too, and they're starting a revolution in how people treat people in business. They're here to help you get your business right. And now, it's time for Experience Pros with Angel and Eric.
Hey everybody, welcome to Experience Pros with Angel and Eric, where small business is big business and your business is our business. We've got a great show for you today. We've got LinkedIn expert Kevin Knevel, small business expert Greg Bashaw, social media rock star Lisa Haas, and personal trainer Andre Johnson.
All right, so one of my favorite activities, Eric, you know, we attend a lot of networking events, social parties, talking about our business all the time, but can I share with you just a couple of my networking faux pas, pet peeves?
Oh, yes. Is it faux pas or fox pass?
It is faux pas.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Yes, please, go ahead.
Try to keep up.
Okay.
I think one of my pet peeves is when somebody mispronounces a word that they know how to pronounce correctly.
It may be.
All right. So here's one of the things that tends to happen, or I saw happen last night or recently at this networking event. And tell me if you've ever seen this.
Okay.
I'm in a conversation with somebody. We're all kind of gathered about, you know, having a good time, talking to each other.
Right.
And then out of nowhere, somebody comes like whipping by and they're like flashing out their business cards.
Oh, no, they didn't.
Yes. Didn't even meet us, didn't even stop to say hi, no introduction, just passing out their business cards to everybody. But wait, it gets worse.
Oh?
Then they say, can I have one of yours?
Oh. No. This really is a faux pas. We call it a networking drive-by, and we don't like that at all. And how rude is it for somebody without any relationship whatsoever to sit there and ask you, hey, can I have one of your business cards? Upon what basis would you give them a business card?
I'm glad you think so, because when I think about a networking event, it really is a chance to create conversations. I think people have completely lost all their social etiquette. The first thing you need to do is walk up to me, introduce yourself, shake my hand, and all of that. But you know what else they do?
What's that?
They give me the look.
The what?
Up and down my chest, looking at my name tag.
Oh, the name tag look.
Are you? And they're like looking at my chest. Are you?
Yeah.
Are you Angel Tucci?
Okay, I think we got it, folks. Can we talk? Please, I'm begging you, don't do that. That's so inappropriate. Name tags aren't. You might think that name tags are there for you to oogle, but really they're not. They're there as a reminder. Why don't you look somebody straight in the eyes, stick out your hand, introduce yourself, and then ask for their name. Right?
It's not that hard.
It's common courtesy.
It is not that hard.
No.
It is common courtesy. But just in case you want to know where the proper place is to put a name tag, it is...
After somebody does that, I think I can imagine.
No. Well, if you think about you're going to shake somebody's hand, you're going to extend your right hand, correct? Right? And so as you're shaking your hand and you're introducing yourself, give them a chance for their eye to go up your arm, so your name tag should be right next to your right shoulder.
On the lapel for a gentleman's lapel, or right up there.
Correct.
Yeah,
well,
that makes
because
sense.
if it's on a lanyard down by your belly...
well, no, you don't. Oh, good Lord.
You know, or for us ladies, right? You know, we don't want to give people a little
scenic tour,
right?
Yeah.
You know, so if it's over here, where do their eyes have to go? So keep it up here, so that when they shake your hand, introduce themselves, and don't come up and introduce yourself by looking at somebody's name tag first.
No, it's inappropriate all the way around. Now, I do have an interesting thing that I don't really know what to do with when it comes to networking, and that is the whole RSVP. I can't even pronounce it. What is that? What does that mean, and how am I supposed to do that?
Répondez, s'il vous plaît.
You could say that again.
You know, it would be nice, if you're ever hosting an event, it would be nice to know who's planning to come. But how lazy are we this day and age, right? We don't RSVP. We don't let people know in advance. We wait to see if something better is going to come along. If we RSVP at all, it's at the last minute.
Right.
I think that's rude.
Okay, so we should RSVP yes.
Or no.
But what about some of those, some of the Eventbrite things that I get introduced? There's a maybe.
Okay. Don't be wishy-washy.
All right.
You're not a maybe.
Yes or no?
Are you going to go? Yes or no? And don't say no if you can go. And if you say you're coming, show up. Don't no-show. Let the host know that if your plans have changed for whatever reason, don't no-show. Yeah. But commit. I mean, we're business owners. We're adults. We're professionals.
That's right.
You don't have to be a maybe on an RSVP.
All right. And so that leads me to another thing that I think you probably should get your head around. If you find value to going to some kind of an event, why not take somebody with you?
Right? I love to say never go anywhere with your passenger seat empty. If you're going to something, you're attending a business workshop or a business event, you can take potential clients, you can take some of your associates. If you go somewhere, think about this. How often do you walk into a networking room or a party or any social event? The room is full of people who look like they're all having a really good time, right? They're all in these great conversations.
Absolutely.
All right, if you're a little bit introverted, a little bit shy, or a human, right?
Right.
How comfortable is that to walk into a room where everybody's all talking to each other? It's not comfortable.
Bring somebody with you, and you've got a preset conversation, right?
Exactly. You feel a little more comfortable. You've got somebody that you're talking to already, and then you have the perfect opportunity to introduce and bring others into your circle, right? So if Eric and I go into an event together, we kind of lock arms. I've got a buddy in the room. I don't have to feel really self-conscious about standing all by myself.
And if somebody that you know doesn't know me, you can then introduce them to me and me to them as well.
Right. So we invite them into the circle. And I get to, when I introduce Eric, hey, this is my friend Eric, this is what he does, this is who he is. It's actually giving a testimonial, a recommendation right there on the spot.
It's much more significant than having somebody say, well, what do you do? And then you singing your own praises. I mean, what are you going to say? I'm kind of a loser and a slacker and I'd like to get out of here, but I have to be here. No, of course not.
I'm so great. I'm so great.
Yeah. You're so pretty. No, it really is important to lock arms, and that way you've got an ally. The people who say that you should never connect with your friends or people that you know, we challenge that. We think that if you do, you actually strategically build those connections much quicker.
Yeah, strengthen those relationships. Don't feel like you always have to talk to strangers. So those are some of my pet peeves. Hopefully now, the next time I go somewhere, everybody's going to have their name tags. They're going to be responded. They're going to keep their business cards in their pocket until I ask for it.
Right.
It'll all be good.
Okay, I got one last question. How do we handle, if we are a little bit introverted, how do we go about starting a conversation? Because otherwise, you'll find me at the bar.
Well, even if I tell you, I think I'm going to find you at the bar anyways.
Maybe.
But how about this? I think one of the easiest things you can ask somebody when you're at a networking event, the whole goal isn't to turn everybody in the room into your customer. It's actually to build your network, the people you know, to your sphere of influence. And so ask somebody, how can I help you? How can I help you grow your business? What do you need? What are you looking for? Asking them questions gets them to be able to talk about their favorite subject, which is always me.
Yeah, them. Absolutely. All right. Well, good stuff, and I think that'll help anybody if they're trying to go out and network and get a good foot in the door, if you will. It's time for our fan bragging segment, and fan bragging is what we call paying it forward or saying something kind about somebody else in business. And sometimes you find stories that come in some of the most unlikely of places.
Absolutely. But have you ever heard a story or had an experience where you thought, I just have to share this with somebody else? And recently, or actually not too long ago, Southwest Airlines was in the story. They were being praised for going above and beyond the call of duty after a woman learned that her son was in a coma after an accident.
I think I heard about this. Didn't they turn the flight around and take her back to the gate and help her out?
They did. They took her off. Yeah. She thought there was some kind of trouble at the gate or with the flight, but they actually removed her from her flight and rebooked her without her even knowing. Rebooked her on a flight so she could go and see her son.
That really is going above and beyond, and I think that we have something to learn from this. I mean, airlines don't always have the best reputation.
Right, and they don't always get it right. Think about how many people they are dealing with on a daily basis. Here's the thing with flight and travel and air travel. I heard a comedian, talk about how fascinating it is that we can be on an airplane, right? We're flying. We're in a
traveling in a tube in a seat going 700 miles an hour and that kind of a thing.
Right. I will tell you that flying these days, I don't look forward to it because everybody is so grumpy.
Yeah.
They're grumpy about everything, being in a crowded space, sitting in their seat. Like, nobody's happy about any of this. So when Southwest Airlines did this, in fact, Peggy, she says, I figured I was on the wrong plane, and the gate agent told me to check in at the desk. And when I did, she said to call my husband, and they had taken care of everything. They booked her into a new hotel and took over some food and got her luggage all retransferred to her, got it to her hotel and everything. Think about this. Here's an airline who is often criticized.
Sure.
But it's really awesome when they do something that is worth being praised about.
And we are determined to acknowledge that, and every time. We call it a fan brag. If you have a fan bragging story, we encourage you to use the hashtag FanBrag, that's FANBRAG, and send us a notice of what great story happened to you. I mean, my goodness. Can you imagine the revolution and how people in business would just start rolling if in fact we got there?
Absolutely.
There
Absolutely. Coming up in our Bright Ideas segment, we'll teach you how to use campaigns to build your business.